Ask him, what do you disagree with? And he does not know. I have heard that from almost every single person that hates me. Every single person for the past 2 years, we get on a call, we get on a Discord, we get on a debate. I disagree with you, Sneako. What? What do you disagree with? They don't know.
Well, I know what I disagree with. First off, your take on the Cuties movie all them years ago, bro. Honestly, fat hell of a take, bro. I feel like a lot of people do have very valid reasons for not liking Sneako. This man is just kind of annoying. Like, you never know those people that you just wish you would shut up because every time a word comes out of their mouth, it's just like, I don't want to hear it. Yeah, Sneako is that guy. Now, for those of you who don't know, Sneako used to actually make some pretty decent, thought-provoking content. I actually personally used to watch this man's channel, and for some reason over the years, he kind of went towards the Andrew Tate level of things, like, oh, the men are becoming sissies, bro. Oh, all the men, they're no longer strong. Oh, hard times create strong men, and strong men create fucking, you know, that whole saying. Yeah, this man wholeheartedly believes that. Like, Jesus Christ. Okay, let me go off the first point. Okay, there's this movie called Cuties that was made to, I guess, show the exploitation of like little girls in society or whatever, and it had like little girls like dancing and stuff. The movie should not have been made. I understand the point of like, oh man, we're supposed to show all this bad stuff, but you can't put girls in, you know, bad situations to be exploited to show that it happens in real life. It should, like, that movie should not have been made. And Sneako was like, oh yeah, that movie was great, bro. I fucking loved it, man. I'll watch it again. 10 out of 10. And ever since he made that video, he's just been going downhill since.
See, imagine seeing the girl you love, like, get Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, nah, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And you allowed the love of your life to get by another man.
What happened to the other?
I'm crazy. The first time, as soon as I saw like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that. Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think it's something everybody should do just to test.
Yeah, that's right. Sneako is also a guy who likes to watch other men pipe down his girl while he watches, and he said everybody should try it to test to see if you really love her, bro. Look, I'm sorry. If your girl comes to you and is like, hey, I really want to see if you love me. I met this guy at work, and I really want his D inside of my lasagna cave. If you really love me, then you'll sit in the corner and watch him pipe me down while you film, yeah? And this man said, okay, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. And then try to tell everybody else that they need to do that because he's like, yeah, bro, look at me, man. I'm, like, so elevated. I'm above everybody else, bro. I broke out the Matrix after watching my girl get fucked. Like, yeah, bro, we get it. You did one too many mushroom trips, and now you think you're woker than the rest of the world. Dude, I've done a lot of mushrooms too, and all it did was make me laugh and actually contemplate life, and you know, I actually had a couple trips, made me a better person. But maybe you should lay off the drugs and I don't know, elevate yourself from the Matrix, bro. I don't know, go smoke a blunt with Andrew Tate. He seems to be the only one who messes with you, and I don't even think that's true anymore. Also, this tweet that you just recently made, Sneako, they're here, they're queer, they're coming for your children. Like, bruh, the men in dresses that are coming for the kids aren't trans people or whatever. It's the Catholic priests, bro. Like, this man really watched another dude pipe his girl down, and it was just like, he went full incel mode. Like, no joke, no scam. And we see that little whiny bitch boy attitude again here with him trying to expose Jynxzi for what? Not releasing a podcast episode or whatever. And apparently here's a clip from that.
Ever to filter who you talk to. I disagree with probably 90% of the shit you say.
What do you disagree with?
I mean, like, well, I can't just say like, oh, I just.
I hear that all the time, and then people never bring up anything. They say, I disagree with 90%. Like what?
So okay, I'll give you 2 things I disagree with right now.
Okay.
So I remember you were shitting on gaming, which was that's, and then the second thing you were shitting on was, well, it's not something you like shit on, but kind of. I mean, this is the thing. I don't want to like take you out of context. I don't want to misquote you. Yeah. Because that's up. I hate when people do that to me.
Fair.
But you were kind of saying like, oh, if you're sad, do push-ups. Like that was kind of your thing for a little bit.
That's a great solution.
So that is the worst.
Now I'm going to be real here, okay? Jynxzi does not seem like the type of guy who's gonna be on some debate, super mega intellectual shit, and Sneako is one of those fake intellectual people who thinks because, I don't know, he read a couple of Wikipedia pages and, I don't know, talked to Andrew Tate, that he knows everything. Jynxzi should not have probably had this man on a podcast, try to have these serious conversations when he's a dude that makes people laugh. That's like if I tried to have like a genuine debate with like, I don't know, like Shoe on Head or Hassan or H3H3, like these people who make political types of content. That's not something that I do. I'm not very well versed in that. So why would I try and put myself in a situation with somebody and have a conversation about something I don't know? Like that kind of seems like he kind of put himself in a situation to, you know, he came unprepared there with not enough good talking points. Like honestly, like, you know, Jynxzi, dude, come on. We all know why we don't like Sneako. He's done so much stuff that it's kind of hard to, you know, pinpoint certain things. It's like, oh crap, what do I gotta pull from? Let me open up the table of contents. Like from what I understand, Jynxzi is like a funny guy. Like the clips I've seen of him, like he's doing some funny stuff. Like I'm not gonna lie, a couple of it has made me chuckle. Like dude seems like you just be chilling, making memes and having fun, which is cool. We need more of that on the internet right now. But I find it so funny that Sneako's like, nobody can ever tell me even one thing that they disagree with me on. Like bro, you became an incel Andrew Tate ass nigga, bro. Like what happened to you? Like you were really like on some Keemstar stuff with mental health, talking about, I forgot about that push-up thing. Like bro, if you're super depressed, don't go to therapy, don't maybe take meds that'll make you feel better, just like go to the gym, bro. Which is a good outlet. Working out, you know, is something that can, you know, do positive for mental health. That is something that is proven, you know, to be true. But there are some people who it don't even matter what you do outside of, you know, getting a good routine and, you know, maybe going to the gym, skateboarding, whatever. You do have to do inner work on yourself. And you was just trying to straight out say, yep, doing push-ups is this cure to everything. You don't need to work on yourself. You don't need to better yourself. The push-ups will do that. Like, I unironically don't get why these dude, bro, incel podcast type dudes like Sneako will try and give their take on mental health when they're neurotypical ass motherfuckers. Like, I don't know Sneako's background, you know, how he grew up. I don't know if he grew up rich or not, so I can't speak on any of that. But it doesn't seem like he is very well versed in mental health, and he's never really had to deal with insane doubts of depression that leave him to near suicide attempts. Like, if he had been through that type of stuff, I guarantee you he'd be more empathetic towards that type of thing. Sneako does not seem like somebody who has struggled with mental health, and if he has, then for some reason he's going about it the super weird way. Like, bro, it's okay to admit that sometimes you get depressed, bro. It's okay to admit that you need help. I don't know why we as men just for some reason are just like, nobody cares about me, bro. I can't talk to anybody, knowing full well that if you went to your homie and said, hey man, I ain't doing too good right now, what's the homie gonna do? Hey, let's go do something, yo. Let me help cheer you up, bro. I got you. But Sneako has burned so many bridges over the years from like everybody because he keeps on doing dumbass shit, like trying to convince everybody that they need to let their girlfriends get fucked by other dudes because he did it and regrets it. Now, I'm not here to kink shame, okay? Everybody's into their own thing. Like, do whatever you want. If that's what you're into, you know, I don't care. Like, that's your own personal life. That's something you enjoy. Like, who actually gives a shit? Just don't try and force your personal kinks onto other people like Sneako did. That's why people still bring it up, is because you tried to say everybody else should do it. Putting that out there in the world at all is, of course, gonna have people clown on you, but now they're constantly gonna bring it up forever because you tried to force it on other people. Jesus Christ, man. All right, let's see what else he has to say in this video, man. There's still 3 minutes to go.
They just know that they disagree with me. And then they start to understand how they've been programmed, how they're told to believe that I'm evil without knowing why. What exactly do you disagree with? They can never come up with anything.
Well, I just spent the past 8 minutes of this video saying a bunch of stuff that I disagree with from you, and that's just a handful of things. That's just the stuff that I remember. I didn't even have to go look for anything besides look at your Twitter and download a couple YouTube videos. Now, look, I'm not here to, like, you know, say all my personal beliefs and, you know, all that other kind of stuff, because I'm here to make laughs and, you know, roast people, okay? That's not the point of the OG Lofi channel. We're here for everybody to laugh, live, and smoke crack. But it really just seems like this man's is really upset because the podcast episode didn't get released and give him more publicity, because mans is low-key falling off because he's burned so many bridges and he's like, crap, I don't have YouTube anymore, or my Twitch is gone, bro. I don't have anything. When it's quite literally your own fault, and he wants to pretend like he's some crazy martyr who's gonna make some crazy change because he's woken up from the Matrix, bro. When at the end of the day, you're just gonna be another guy who made too big of a deal out of small things and got banned because of policy violations on all these platforms. Like, yeah, were some of those policy violations complete BS in some situations? Probably. YouTube, Twitch, and all these platforms are definitely known for picking favorites and following a mob mentality just to make people happy and their shareholders happy. That definitely happens. I'm not going to sit here and say that it hasn't. But at a certain point, it's your own fault, bro. Because shoot, even I've had to tone down my content to fit the new policies because I don't want to get banned. Yeah, it sucks having to cave in like that, but there's nothing we can do unless, you know, you have tens of millions of dollars to, I don't know, sue YouTube? Like, like, I'm sorry you weren't able to say all your super incel-y talking points on YouTube, bro. Fat L.
And that's why the podcast is not going to come out, because what's going to happen is he's doing really well. He's coming up wholesome. He has a really big child audience. He's one of the most influential people in the world right now. If you're seeing how many people he can go live to and then yell at a camera with and play video games with, these people, the streamers, are literally influencing the youth faster than anybody's been able to.
You know, he is right about that. Influencers and people like, you know, me who are making YouTube videos have a better chance of influencing people than Fox News does now. There are YouTubers, standalone singular people YouTubers who get more views and engagements and interactions than whole television networks. And yeah, maybe he didn't release the episode because it would have made him look bad, which I mean, come on, bro. Like, understandable on a business move perspective, but on like just... oh man, maybe I don't want to post myself taking an L. Sometimes you gotta take an L, and people will respect you more for being like, yeah, I took an L here. I need to do better. I'll come more prepared next time. It's called growth. That's why I still have all of my old videos up so I can see, man, these videos used to suck, and now, like, I'm a little bit better. It shows my personal growth from my L's to my dubs. And this Jynxzi dude is like, what, 19, 20, something like that? Like, man's is brand new to this, you know, internet fame and doing all this stuff. Maybe he had a little bit of anxiety releasing an episode with somebody who's an insanely controversial person, and maybe he just didn't want that negative outlook on him. Making a safe business move to protect his brand and have longevity in his career isn't a bad thing. Is it kind of a bitch move? Maybe, but it's a smart move. I feel like Sneako forgets that not everybody is here to try and change the world and wake people up from the Matrix. Some of us just want to have fun with this internet stuff, bro. Not everybody wants to be the next goddamn Abraham Lincoln, okay? Some of us just want to vibe and chill.
So that's why he's not going to release it, because the podcast makes him look really bad. The first 2 episodes of the Jynxzi podcast were with Queso, and the second one was with Moistcritical. He also is a fan of Moistcritical, so like he came in there and he was trying to say like, oh, you lost the beef. I can't lose a YouTube beef when I'm not on YouTube. That's like showing up to a fight and only one person's there, and then they say, oh, well, you won. Yeah, I got disqualified. I didn't lose.
You know, he does make a fair point here. I'm not going to say that he didn't. I mean, yeah, they're not on the same platform to be able to, you know, respond to each other in that way. But Sneako does still have a platform to respond. This man has, like, what? On Twitter, he has, like, almost 1 million followers on Twitter, 784,000. You have a way for people to see your stuff and for you to respond still. Because, I mean, clearly you're making this video, and I was able to find it. This isn't like how it was 6-7 years ago, where if you didn't have a YouTube channel and people were calling you out for stuff, then, oh, well, you're screwed, you lose. Everything he said would have been completely valid a few years ago, but with places like Rumble, Kick, Twitter being like a better place for longer form content now, like TikTok, bro. Like, this man has so many options and is now complaining again that his YouTube channel is gone. Like, womp womp, bitch. I'm sorry that you lost yourself to the Andrew Tate incel virus, bro. I'm so sad, bro. Everybody drop an F in the chat for Sneako. May he be fairly missed.
So very clearly he had a motive and an agenda, and I didn't see that coming on, but it's a lose-lose situation for him. And this is why I recommend streamers don't start podcasts. Delete your podcasts. If you are a streamer and you are a sellout, which is pretty much all of them, and they're going to be listening to this right now, if you've sold out, if you can't talk about certain issues because of your managers, because of the platform that you're on, because of your handlers, delete it. Don't try to get to the truth. Don't put a microphone in front of your face. Stick to the entertainment. Stick to the screaming and the twerking and the dancing and the drooling. Stick to that. Put on the dress and then suck up to the blue-haired people.
He's still doing it! He's still doing it, bro. He's like, yeah, it's the blue-haired people's fault, bro. Yeah, the fucking lady at Starbucks who's got blue hair, it's her fault that everything sucks. Like, I thought he's maybe gonna make a valid point, like, yeah, people who do entertainment should stick to entertainment and not try and be revolutionaries. I agree with that point. Like, what happened to Sneako, man? Like, this dude used to actually make some good, thought-provoking content that would make you think. And now he's all like, it's the liberals' fault. The people who like to dye their hair so they can feel better about themselves, yeah, they ruined everything. Like, dude, it's not that big of a deal? Like, why were you even trying to have a conversation with somebody who you knew was probably going to do this? Was it so you could make this video and make it a big deal? Did you maybe try and engineer the situation knowing he probably wouldn't put it out because he's just an entertainment guy and not a political guy like you are? It's like if I went to a 3rd grader and tried to have a conversation about taxes and was like, this guy came unprepared, he doesn't know jack. Of course. I do agree that the people who are just doing entertainment should stick to entertainment and probably shouldn't try and weigh in on super political and convoluted and complicated situations without educating themselves first. That is a very valid point. But maybe you could take a page out of your own book and maybe just go back to being for entertainment like you used to. You used to make thought-provoking, entertaining videos, and now you're all like, the men are all sissies, bro. The blue-haired people are making all the men unmanly. Like, bro, my bad, I want to be dominated by lean beef patty, bro. Better than being a fucking cuck.
Well, do not get on a podcast and ever try to get to the truth, because that's the point of it. The point of a podcast is to have a real conversation with people that you disagree with. And if you are not able to have that, if you are not able to do that, delete it now.
Not true. Podcast can literally be about whatever you want. I watched this one podcast from these guys who talk about movies, A Caravan of Garbage, Mr. Sunday Movies. Are you telling me that he's supposed to tell me who I need to vote for? The guy who's talking about the new Marvel movies? Yeah, bro, that definitely makes sense. Like, that doesn't, like, that point is so dumb. Yeah, bro, no podcast should exist ever if you're not talking about the changes happening in the world and politics and taxes and wars. Like, Sneako, I don't know if you know this. Like, dude, like, honestly, like, I think I might about to be I might about to blow his mind. Podcasts exist on other things than political content. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god, that's crazy. Crazy, isn't it? There's different genres of podcasts. Ooh.
You do not deserve respect for that. He shouldn't release that podcast because it's going to show his audience that he was being a dick. I was being respectful the whole time, and I went out of my way. He invited me on. He invited me to his home, and that's not the way that you treat people. But I really don't want you guys to. I want you guys to understand why they have to do that, and show a little bit of courtesy. I know I'm coming off angry, but we have to show people that I want these people to just admit where they are. I want these people to just admit that they're sellouts.
Yeah, I mean, he's right. There are a lot of people who are sellouts on the internet who are willing to do whatever it takes for a career. I mean, shit, look at Jack Doherty. And then, of course, there's people like Hassan Piker, who's a sellout to his little mini, oh my god, cancel everything and everybody audience, man. Like, on every side of whatever you believe in, there's sellouts, all right? Like, it exists. It's an entertainment industry. And you're surprised that there's people who are sellouts? Like, seriously? Come on. No, am I saying we can't talk about those people, those experiences, those videos, and those actions? No, I have videos like that up on my channel calling out people like that. Like, yeah, that stuff should be talked about, and, people should be able to say those things. Like, yeah, valid point. Those hypocrisies deserve to be called out. I don't know enough about Jynxzi to definitively say whether or not if he's on that type of vibe or if he's just looking out for the longevity of his career. Because that is kind of a fine line of, hey, I just want to be doing this for a long time and, oh, I'm pandering to my audience because I'm a little pussy.
Don't try to ever put yourself in a position. Don't call me evil because you don't know what I talk about and you believed in the programming. Admit I'm a sellout and I can't speak about anything real, and you do that. But I'm not a bad person for talking about it. We are just in different categories. If these people just admit I'm a sellout, it's fine. It's fine.
So this really sounds like he's mad because somebody who does a different category and style of content than him realized that, oh man, this isn't the type of thing that I do. I'm more of a funny entertainment guy who maybe will occasionally touch on some points that I know about. This is like some super serious political things I know nothing about. I probably shouldn't release this episode. That's what it looks like to me. Like, maybe I'm wrong, and if I'm wrong, then I'm wrong, and I'll take that L. But it just seems like to me he's mad because Jynxzi isn't a super political, like, understanding type of person and didn't want to release that because that's not his vibe. I don't know, man. I could be completely wrong, and Jynxzi will become the biggest fucking sellout of the entire year. Would I be surprised? No. But, I mean, dude, that's just the internet. It's an ecosystem. It's a cycle. I guarantee you in 5 years, nobody will really remember who that guy is. Just like, bro, what happened to Tfue? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we're all just dumbasses on the internet sharing dumbass opinions. Moral of this video is, Don't be like Sneako and watch your girlfriend get fucked. Nah, but seriously, if you guys enjoyed this video, smash a fat like on it, and if you're new, subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Also, make sure to check out the Twitch and the Twitter. I'd be tweeting and streaming sometimes. You should pop in and say hi. That'd be pretty cool. Anyways, I really hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I've been Lofi. Peace out, broskies.